Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life. We are moving on to day 9. Today's sketch has been created by Jessica Fenhill, at Lakeview Creative over on Instagram. Today's sketch has 3 photos, 3x3, 4x4, whatever you like. They look like they're square. And I love today's sketch. It offers lots and lots of versatile ways you can use it. So we have these 2 floral elements in the corners plus a border. That could be stitched, it could be a doodle border, you could create the border with some stamps or stenciling or some mixed media, you could use stickers, die cuts, florals, all sorts of different things you could do. Looks like we also have some mixed media underneath our elements as well. And yeah, it's a really fun sketch and I am excited to give it a try. I thought today I would take this opportunity to do a bit of stamping. And I am using this stamp, which is from Pink Fresh Studio. It is the Miss Your Smile stamp. So here it is, it's this gorgeous floral, and the fact that it's a corner floral really made me think of it as soon as I saw it. I don't have the stencil to colour it in, but that's okay, I just want the outline. And we have some sayings, but I'm not going to use them, it's just the floral that I want. I went ahead and did a practice one just to make sure that my idea was going to work. And here is one of the stamps that I've done. And I really like it. So that's going to be my 2 corner elements, and then we're going to have our photos and build up from there. Now, I don't have much of the new collections, sadly, at the moment. I will be getting Vicky's new collection from Vicky, but I don't have much else. But I do have a few bits that I picked up from scrapbook.com. I will leave a link in the description box down below. They are affiliate links, just to make you aware. So I do earn a very, very small amount if you click and purchase, which just helps me to focus here on YouTube. So thank you very much for that. So for Blooming Wild, I got this from Twilight Crafts in the UK. And then I picked up these bits from scrapbook.com, as I said. And they had a really good offer and freebies, so it made perfect sense. The project pad I love because you get cardstock, pattern paper, stickers and alpha. So in the project pad for Blooming Wild, which has some holographic foil elements, we have the sticker sheet, which is really nice. I love the colours. We have all of those alphas. Now these are brilliant if you want to use them in traveller's notebooks or mini albums and you don't want the thickers because of dimension. These are great because they are a cardstock variety. So the alphas are really good, and I love the fact that they've got stitched designs on them as well and some wordy bits down here. And then we have the pattern papers. I'll just quickly go through it with you just so you can see. Some gorgeous designs with holographic foil. Look at that. And some of the papers in the project pad are exclusive to the project pad, as they do. That paper's really cool. And then you move on and you have cardstock in coordinating colours. So lots of fun stuff. I'm not going to use much of that paper, if I'm honest. I've already picked out some paper from Bloom Street. I know Blooming Wild was a sort of extension to Bloom Street from what Paige has said. So I thought, let's pull out some Bloom Street paper. And this also has holographic foil. So we're going to use that mostly, but I wanted a few elements from Blooming Wild. And then I also have some chipboard from the crepe paper sticker sheet. And just some various chipboard elements. Some of them won't be relevant, some of them will be. I'm just documenting a couple of photos of my mum and myself. I'm using 2 photos, not 3, but I'm using the sketch very much to inspire this layout. So to stamp this, what I have got is, I've got the We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press. I popped this on there and we stamped it. I had to stamp it a few times just to get a good impression, and then I'm turning it so that my design is bottom right and popping that up there. I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Worn Lipstick, and I'm just going to make sure that we've got plenty of ink all along. The good thing with the precision press is that it's very easy to do multiple impressions, just to make sure you've got a good crisp image. That made it sound like I know what I'm doing. But I can do it, anybody can do it. And then we're just going to come down and press down firmly. Like so. And then pull that up. And there we go. Love that. Now you will notice that my stamp is slightly bigger than the precision press. Not much I can do about that. So I just decided to go with it, and I'm just going to let it do what it does, basically. Okay, so we're just going to go over this, get some nice crisp images going, and come back down. Press down again. There we go. And come back up. And you can see it is looking good. Now I didn't quite line that up properly. That's okay. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. Okay, so I've cut the papers and I have fussy cut 3 rainbows from one of the loose papers that I had. I had 3 loose papers, and I've also took a couple of the collage tiles, which are super fun. Love these. A couple of the floral ones, so we're going to stick these down. They are chipboard, so it gives you some lovely dimension and another texture for your page. Love these. And I have stuck the papers down. As I said earlier, I've used papers from Bloom Street because Blooming Wild is an almost extension of Bloom Street. So it goes that they match perfectly. I am then going to use a little foam dot and I'm going to stick up these rainbows. So let's pop a foam dot on these rainbows. There we go. So these are cut from little cards from the multi-journaling paper. It's that and the rainbows. They're the only 2 loose sheets of paper I have from this collection. I have got a ton of Paige Evans. I have debated destashing it, but I do like it and hopefully I will use it. It's just I haven't used it yet. So I didn't get all of this collection because, you know, we need to use our stuff. So yeah. I have a little bit and the project pad, and sometimes a little is okay. You don't always need all the things, guys. That's took me a long time to discover and a lot of money to discover, but yeah, you don't always need all the things. Then I have this awesome piece that just says, well, awesome, and I'm going to stick that on top of the rainbows there. Let's pop a little foam dot underneath this end and underneath this end. I've done this a little bit backward. I don't know what I'm going, I can't talk. Don't know what was going through my head there. So I love the way that little cluster looks. And then what I will probably do is I'll actually print some journaling strips. So this is, looking at the sketch, this is my title area, and I've just layered up some cut aparts and florals. This photo has been replaced by these rainbows and just an accent area. So I still have a grid layout, I just have a different kind of grid layout. Now, initially, I did think about putting my photos there and there. If I'm honest, I forgot. And then I built this up there. It's fine. It's not an issue. I don't have many photos of my mum and myself, to be honest, so it's nice to document them now and again. And I seem to have gone full-blown blue. Blue? Where have I got blue from? I seem to have gone full-blown pink and florally, but that's okay. And you will also notice something else. I have done myself a border. I really liked on Jessica's sketch these crosses. So I've just used a ruler and doodled some crosses there and there. And I actually really like the way that looks. Yeah, I think it finishes off the layout quite nicely. You will notice that I have covered a lot of my stamping, and that's okay. You can see it is still there. To be honest, I don't think we need much more, but let's have a look. We have got a few bits and bobs. So I'm going to pop this XOXO heart down here, and this XO blue circle here. A lot of these are more geared towards lovey-dovey doves rather than mother and son. So I'm going to pop them aside. I'm going to use just one piece from the chipboard frames pack. Let me just grab them out. These are all going a bit crazy. The adhesive is very poor on these, I have to say, because I've not even opened these and they're flying about the place. That's not good. So I'm going to use this Happy Day piece here. Oh, it all come off. It's all going wrong. There we go. And I'm going to just pop that in somewhere. Let's pop it onto a rainbow. Just there. So just be careful on those chipboard frames because it's flying about. I must admit, the puffy stickers in this collection I love, and I had to get them. And one reason why I love them is it's the thin puffy, which I am a big fan of. Amy Tan did a set of alphas with that thin puffy, and yeah, love it. So I'm just going to add a couple of flowers there and there because, well, why not? And I'm going to come to our project pad, look at what word phrases we've got. So we've got full of smiles. And we have got in this moment, which I love. Going to pop that on the head, why not? I think that's probably going to do it. I do have more florals, but one thing I am a big fan of, which you may not realise because I don't use them that much, but I love Paige Evans florals, and I always get 2 to 3 packs from every collection. I didn't from Blooming Wild. Now I've used a couple. I wish I had because they are really nice. I am a big fan. I don't know what it is, Paige Evans and Cocoa Vanilla Studio florals always get me. I just think they're always brilliant. I'm going to pop a flower on top of that flower, like so. And let's pop another puffy here and down here. And that is going to do it for this layout, guys. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Different to how I pictured it, but that is very much in keeping with me being me, generally, isn't it? So I think you would come to expect that to always be the case. So this was day 9 of 30 days of sketches. Thank you to Jessica for today's inspiration. I've actually stuck quite close to the sketch for me. My photos probably could have been a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And I do like my little cluster of bits and bobs here and here. But yeah, you can take this sketch in many ways, and I'm sure I will revisit it at some point in the future. I'll be back tomorrow for day 10, and tomorrow is a really good one. It's a full-on Elle's studio layout, and of course Elle's has loads of goodies on their website at the minute. So come back for day 10 tomorrow, and don't forget to check out the 30 Days of Sketches Series 12 playlist, which this video will be saved into, and see who else is playing along and all of their awesome creations. I also have another layout coming using a sketch again. I was so inspired by it, I decided to do another one. So watch out for that. And until then, have some happy scrappy fun. And thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.